Hey, okay, humanity, it's me, Emilio de Jesus. I know it's past 7 o'clock when I usually do my videos, but I was knocked out. I was sleeping. I just woke up. The funny thing is, I cooked some chicken in the grill in a glass, whatever, and in a glass bowl, and there was I brought it inside, and there was some water in the stove, for me cooking rice and everything, and it cracked the bowl, but I didn't know anything. So my wife got cut. And I said, when you get cut, you put those glasses in a bag. You don't carry out like that outside. They thought I was awake and everything. I was knocked out because I've been working. I work Monday through Saturday. This week I worked like 10 hours, 9 hours here and there. So I was tired, man. So anyways, let's get started with this here. We're gonna explain the like I said to you, we're gonna talk about the Egyptian and Aztec pyramid. We're gonna explain it to you guys. Okay, remember all these stories repeat itself throughout all our courses. It's just a warning. They're warning us about our galaxy collision, the red sun cycle, and the ice age cycle. So we're gonna be talking about this, explaining this to you guys right now. All right. All these stories repeat itself in any religious text that you would have. It repeats itself. All right. So let me go and get my stuff and get ready here. So, where's my pointer? Where's my pointer at? See it in here. It's over here. Alright, where's my pointer? Where's my pointer at? We'll see it there. There. Must be somewhere. Oh, there you go. Between the sofa. Alright, what else? Alright. What's my paperwork that I have over here? It is. Alright. So I should have. Now, like you see, I printed some stuff from the internet. Alright, here's some stuff from the internet that I printed for you guys so you guys can watch. Alright. So you must understand that anything in Wikipedia that you read in the web is only illusion. Everything in your in the schools and the libraries is an illusion. The truth is not. It's all hidden. All right. You have to decode it, and the only way you can understand it is by understanding the star constellation map. If you don't understand the star constellation map, you're gonna fall under the spells of the fake world government, fake world religions, fake education system. It's all an illusion, a lie to control your mind. So you must understand the star constellation map. All right. So, as you know, here's the Aztec calendar right here. The Aztec calendar. All right. I explained this a long time ago, but I forgot to explain this in here. So when you count everything in here, you will see the 12 constellation and the 7 all together, or 18 constellation bound together. I forgot to say that. And you will see the 19. The 19 is the crown. You see? So you will see it right here. You see? I put it all in there for you guys. I forgot to explain that inner circle inside. Then you will see the red sun, 40 days. You will see the 10,000 years of sunlight and the 2,000 years of darkness. So it's all there. So, but I forgot to mention that on my last video. I forgot to mention this one inside. So let's go ahead and get my other remote. And let's explain. All right. Right here. This is the Aztec aerial view from the pyramids. All right. You will see the moon pyramid, the sun pyramid, and the feather serpent pyramid. All right. the feather serpent. They call in the Milky Way galaxy the feather serpent. You see? Pretty cool, huh? So hopefully, if you watch my other videos, I explain, for you people who've been my page for a long time, a lot of you people already know. But a lot of people ask me, when they read about the moon, they think all these stories is talking about our moon that the earth has. It's not talking about our moon. That's the illusion, right? The earth becomes a moon. It becomes ice. No vegetation for 2,000 years. You see? That's why they're calling it the moon pyramid. But you must understand, when you look at these aerial views, and when they give you the story, for example, right here, the moon pyramid, right? A lot of people ain't gonna understand that, but when they put here that the name of this street, I'm not sure what they named it, all right? I call it Avenue of like 10,000 years, right? Then they call it this is called the sun pyramid. So why are they calling this the moon pyramid, the sun pyramid? Why? You people won't get it. Why are they calling this one the feather serpent? So here we go. So this, when you look at the feather serpent, they will call it the Avenue of the Dead. Why are they calling it the Avenue of the Dead? So I'm going to explain it to you guys. So I made an image explaining everything, but here we're going to explain it real big for you guys, all right? So the moon pyramid is the Earth Ice Age, the 2,000 years of darkness, all right? That's when we entered the feather serpent. It's when we enter this age, the age of Capricorn Aquarius, the 2,000 years of darkness, all right? That's the Milky Way galaxy. Then when she comes out of the 2,000 years of darkness in the age of Pisces, there will be 10,000 years of sunlight. Okay, return of the dead, return of vegetation. The dead will rise again. Okay. So then we stop eating other people. In the Ice Age we ate other people. So let's go to the next image. Here. Okay. You see the feather serpent? 2,000 years of darkness, and you will see the 10,000 years of sunlight. All right. Look, the Aztec Quetzalcoatl was, as his name indicates, a feather serpent. He was the creator deity, having contributed essentially to creation and mankind. Same as what? Let's see if we have it here. You see? Same as the fictional god that everybody follows. Same story. You see? All the Bible's stories, they got it from the Aztecs. They just changed the names around. You see, that's facts and evidence for you guys. Again, God gave breath for his nostrils. That's from King Pakal, from the Aztec pyramid or Maya pyramid. Well, King Pakal. Where is he at? I got his book over here. This King Pakal. King Pakal over here. Yeah, that's from the Maya. King Pakal. Okay? The Maya. You see right here, yes. God gave breath to his nostrils. This is not a spacecraft. This is Earth moving through the cycles. The man is the sun. Okay? The 33 when you count. So all this, that's why when the Spaniards came to the part of the Mayan, they destroyed all their history, everything. They burned everything because they didn't want people learning the truth. They wanted to continue with the slavery, the mind control. All right. So now you see that this is the one that other people believe in. If you follow the Quran, it's the same thing. The Allah is the seven constellation of suns. The Buddha is the yellow sun. He looks toward the east for enlightenment. These stories repeat itself over. You need to understand that star constellation map. And there we go. But you can see, most definitely, they got all the knowledge from the Aztecs. The Aztecs got the knowledge from our older civilization. All right? So, again, for you people who haven't been on my page, God, G7, the seven constellation of suns, all 15 passages of the Red Sun solar system. the four elements, the four seasons. Okay? 99% of the population cannot see the truth. Less than 1% will make an effort to understand all this. So there we go. So let's keep moving on. So here we go. This is the, again, from the Aztecs. I'll put everything in here on information for you guys. You only have to read. The Moon Pyramid is the Earth Ice Age. Again, let's go back over here. Okay, I think didn't I put one with everything in it? I think I did. Let me check something out. Okay, I thought I had it like this with the Aztec. Oh, I guess I did. Alright. I thought I made one like that, but I guess I did it. Alright. So here we go. So here you have the Moon Pyramid, alright? It's right here, the Earth Ice Age, okay? The 2,000 years of darkness. Okay, that's when people eat other people. This is the Sun Pyramid, as you can see here. Reset, okay? So when the Earth goes into the age of Capricorn Aquarius, there'll be 2,000 years of darkness. Earth becomes the Ice Age, alright? So people, since there's no vegetation or nothing, we harvest each other. We just cattle to the elite, to the rich people. We just cattle. We just their food. All right. You understand all the lies that's going on since 2010 for 2,000 years. All right. So there we go. The Sun Pyramid. All right. 10,000 years of sunlight. It's in the age of Pisces. In the age of Pisces, 10,000 years of sunlight. Okay, return of the dead, return of vegetation, plant life. We stop eating other people. It's another reset. So in the Ice Age, in the age of Capricorn, the date will start again to zero to 2,200 something years into the return of the yellow sun. The sun is the savior because we stop eating other people. We go back to vegetation. We come out of the underground cities. Then return of the vegetation, we start doing our normal things again. The Feather Serpent, Quicat, Ciudadela, Milky Way Galaxy, the Earth above, city above. The Milky Way Galaxy is 12,000 years, 10,000 years of sunlight, 2,000 years of darkness. And when we go into the 2,000 years of darkness, they call it the Agony of the Dead for 2,000 years. There you go. You see? Once you study and understand, you will see everything. So they keep moving on. So here's they discovered this in, I guess, some part of India. Okay. This is what the giants. Remember, generation 4 were giants. We keep getting smaller through the cycles. There were titans, generation 1 and 2, 3 and 4 giants. We generation 5, the smaller people walking with us. They call it midgets. They will be the rulers of the future. There will be no more humans tall like us. And eventually, there will be the end of our species in 22,000 years, and the cycle repeats in the galaxy collision. All this stuff has happened before. So this, when you look at they call this painting, oh, I forgot the name of this painting. Earth Ice Age, the 2,000 years of darkness. People will eat other people. Cycle repeats, Capricorn Aquarius. I think there's the judgment, the age of judgment. That's the Ice Age. You see? They're eating the people to survive. You see? So we are the monsters. We are the demons. You know, what the government is doing, I would have done it differently. I understand why they're doing it. It's because of the high carbon. High carbon equals everything gets big again. Bigger trees, bigger animals, bigger creatures. That's why it's the balance. If there's no balance, everything gets big. And the ocean creates these creatures. For example, the eel. I was telling you, people study the eel. The eel has no reproduction system. And because if it has no reproductive system, how they reproduce? Because the ocean makes them. They create these creatures. So high carbon equals bigger creatures. There we go. So those demons are us. And these are the slaves that they eat for 2,000 years. And there's the facts and evidence, the plate they use. and they don't know what they use that for. Oh man. So here we go. Return of the Yellow Sun, the Word of God. G7, seven constellation of suns, O15 passage of sun solar system before the four seasons. Adapt means Adam, the yellow sun. Evolve means Eve, the red sun. Electromagnetic biochemical sun rays. This was sent for me through Raul Reese sent me this. You see? We have, you see, this. When we're in the ice age, we become a different species. The sun stops it locks the DNA until every red sun cycle. Right now, our blood is getting we have new age suns. So our sun is our body is adapting to the Earth's new environment. That's why we have an immune system. What the government calls virus and everything, that's a lie. When you look the correct term in the science books, they call it variants. And some scientists laugh and they call it similar because they're all similar. We have an immune system. Our immune system adapts to the Earth's new environment. Every winter, our body cleans itself out from the old germs, viruses, and bacteria. And people are not studying, not learning. Everything is there to all to see. All right. So there we go. Remember, the human heart is still Earth. Earth is still heart. We are electrical magnetic creatures. We are bonded with the Earth. We can never leave the Earth. We can never go to the moon or Mars. That's all a lie. That's just a scam to make money off the ignorant people. All right. If you leave the Earth and you disconnect your heart, you will die. All right. And remember, we live in the world of illusion. The world of fantasy is all fake. You must understand how nature works, so you don't fall under these people mind control. Whoever is the one scamming you guys, that's what they want you to believe. But you believe in, you give your power away, your energy. You never believe. You must understand how all this stuff works. So here you go, Asian Sun God. Now remember, God, G7, O15, D4. In our 27 amendments, people say, oh, God, God, God. They don't understand God. G7, O15, D4 is a constellation code. It's about our cycles. All right? So here we go. This is the pyramid of Egypt. The same knowledge. When you court, for example, when you go to your courtroom, you never give consent to the judge because they're all fake. They're just out for your money. You never get your consent. You never agree with anything they're telling you. That's why they have the square. Okay? When you go to the courtroom, it's all an illusion. But you have to stand in your square. You have to tell the judge they don't have no power over you. They're not the law. The law is above your head. All right? Man created all these for control, to control the slave. It's just an illusions of you. They gave you guys of freedom when you don't have anything. You've never been free. With 2,000 years of fake education, fake religions, and fake requirements. We've been living in an illusional world. So it's the same thing as the Aztecs, as you know. Here's the phoenix, all right? Okay, but it wasn't the phoenix. It was called, back in the day, Anubis. It was Anubis. This one here was destroyed. This, you see, there's a gate, and you have to go. So there used to be two Anubis because it represented the 2,000 years of darkness, the avenue of the dead, all right, the blood moon, all right. So after, when they came out of the ice age, the 10,000 years of sunlight, they changed it into the lion, because in the lion, when you read all those Bible stories, Samson killed a lion, David killed a lion. You see, it's telling you the red sun solar system, that's the doorway, all right, where the 19th constellation, or if you want to call it the 14th, comes out. Every millennium cycle awakens the 8 suns. All right? And right here, when you look at this is Nut. Nut represents the Milky Way galaxy, and God represents the Earth. You see? And the cycle, Nut swallowed the sun, and then moved through her stomach. You see? And there we go. So, now you know the door, the gate, the 14th constellation of my sun solar system in the millennium cycle. Except, you see, exit the gateway, you know, through the Leo constellation. Okay. So when it comes in every millennium cycle, the red sun, it comes in through the Leo, stays for 6 years, 6 months, 6 days. The mark at the beast is the 8 suns when they're awakened. So when you listen to religious people, oh, the mark at the beast, the mark. No, we all been marked. It's the new 8 suns. Our bodies adapting to the Earth's new environment. We have a new DNA. Okay. So here we go. So it exit through the Leo and Cancer in the month of, okay, when the red sun comes in our 13th constellation, we look at it in a cross between the 4 seasons. So the red sun will come in June. That's the twins, June to July. When the red sun comes in, the red sun has the ability to move the Earth. It can move us to any of these constellations. That's why the Statue of Liberty is all there to freedom, liberty, because it didn't move us. It can move the Earth and that'll be the end of life on Earth. If she moves us to a constellation, let's take, for example, she moves us to the constellation Libra. There's no sun in there, so Earth will be frozen until the sun comes back, until the red sun comes back and move us back to a constellation with suns. But remember, if she moves us, for example, in the constellation Dog Star Sirius, that's the blue sun. We become a different species. It's a different energy, frequency, energy, vibration. See? So we look the way we look because of the sun energy, frequency, vibration. All right. So a new sound in water vibrating. All right. So that's what happens there. And there used to be 2, but 1 got destroyed. All right. So right here, the Milky Way galaxy. All right. The underworld. All right. The rabbit hole. The Pyramid of Giza, the Milky Way galaxy, Earth above, city about 12,000 years. Remember, the sun makes a complete orbit on the Milky Way galaxy in 12,000 years. For example, in 12,000 years, it's 144,000 months. The stars are the chosen ones, you see? Then you will have, then we go over here, where it'll be the Avenue of the Dead. Same thing as the Aztecs, the rabbit hole. Remember, follow the right rabbit into the rabbit hole. It's talking about, that's Aztec knowledge, okay? I decoded all that stuff as well. It's just telling you, Alice is the yellow sun and the rabbit is the earth turns into ice, okay? For 2,000 years. Everybody has to go and live underground for 2,000 years. And there we go. So the Pyramid of Giza, cross. Okay, when you study this, there's 13 acres. There you go. We locate it in the 13th constellation between the 4 seasons. We locate it in the cross between the 4 seasons. That's our position, you see? Now, 13 acres, 13 constellation, Yellow Sun Solar System. Okay, 144,000 casting stones. Okay, in the pyramid here, there used to be 144,000 casting stones, you see? We orbit the Milky Way galaxy in 12,000 years, okay? There's 144,000 months in 12,000 years, you see? Okay, you see, I'm not lying to you. The evidence is there, all right? Then you will have seven passages in the pyramid. Those are the 7 constellations with suns, these 7s. I'll put them all in there for you. You look through it for those shafts. The Sphinx equals the Leo, 19th constellation, Renaissance solar system, doorway, you see? But back in the day, it used to be, the name was Anubis, but you will see the image later on. So there we go. And these are extra ones I'm going to explain right now. I already explained this one. This one I will explain it. They call it the Last Judgment. It's the same thing as this. Paintings. So let's go and get it. Here you go. The Last Judgments. It's a painting from 1431 by Farangelo. 10,000 years of sunlight, 2,000 years of darkness. So you will see the Earth Age. Okay, this is Earth. This is Paradise. Then you will see Heaven. There's the Fire Age. Then you will see Purgatory. There's the Air Age. And you'll see water. There's water. There's the flood, Noah's flood. You see? When you read those Bible stories. Each one is of 3,000 years. So here's the decoded one so you guys can see. I decoded it all for you. Trinity. For the sun cycle, galaxy collision, and 2,000 years of darkness. the real Holy Trinity, as above, so below. So now you see, when you count here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, the 8 sons again. The 4 elements, the 4 seasons, the last judgment, 2,000 years of darkness. It's all there. We're giving it to you. The 13, we located in the cross between the 4 seasons. All right? All there. You count everything, everything is in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 angels. Let's count that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11. There's 11. Probably I put it too big. Probably there's more in there. There you go. So all the knowledge for you guys right there in your face so you can see and understand. So the earth age is for 3,000 years, and the wheel above, that's paradise, 3, 4, 5. Okay. That's the return of the yellow sun. Fire age, 3,000 years, heaven, 6, 7, 8. The brothers of light, these are the brothers of light. Right? Then the air age, 3,000 years, purgatory, 9, 10, 11. These are the 6 brothers of darkness. Okay. Water age of 3,000 years is hell, 12, 1, and 2. So somewhere in the age of Sagittarius, when you look at all the paintings, for example, let's take the Aztec one they have from Addison Wonderland. You see the right rabbit looking at his clock. It always point at 12.2 something. So somewhere in the age of Sagittarius, after I would say 5,000 years, somewhere in the middle or lower, is when the sun will go into this dust cloud, and we won't see the sun no more, and the earth becomes the ice age. Future people will live underground. And there we go. Same thing. It's all the same story. So here we go, more bigger for you guys. The same story again. It's just more bigger so you guys can process the information. So there's the Pyramid of Giza, giving you all the knowledge. You have to look above your head. All the same knowledge I just said to you guys. Here's a little bit more. Okay, so here's the 14th constellation, Sun solar system, right here in the east. You see, in the east. All right, this is the River Nile. All right, so the 14th constellation, Sun solar system in the millennium cycle, came in 2010, and will come in again in the future, 3010, 4010, 5010, 6010. It keeps going on. The 8 signs awaken, climate change, exit doorway, gateway, through the Leo constellation. Okay, the 7th constellation, reborn. So those are the 7 chakras. You see, you don't have no control over it. It's about them. When this change, we change to adapt to the new environment. And there we go. And here we go. That's the one with the phoenix. All right. Many stories explaining the 2,000 years of darkness, the blood moon, the underworld. When you read those stories of them, the dust from the Bible, the vapors from the Bible, the mist from the Bible, the well from the Lost Book of Enki. Here's the well. I got a little tablet here. Here's the well. See the well. That's the 2,000 years of darkness. You see Enki in there? That's Enki right in the well. That's the 2,000 years of darkness. So, the well, the void, the baptism, Thatharus, Leviathan, Sheol, serpent's tail, the rivers of darkness, the swamp Asanis, the black sun. Okay, Anubis makes sense. The god of the underworld, the 2,000 years of darkness, earth ice age. Egyptian phoenix, Leo constellation, right? You see, they changed it after they came out of the 2,000 years of darkness. So generation 4 of giants created this when they were entering the darkness. They say they created it in one day. And when you see they were giants, they were carrying 2 stones. They did it like pottery. They hit it, these stones, they heated it up and everything. It's in the ancient Egyptians' walls, all the knowledge, all there, to all to see. It's that the fake news, they're feeding you lies to control you. They're not giving you the truth. It's all controlled by a corporate system. And the only way I know, because I used to have an old page on YouTube, and I had people from Egypt that was seeing my page, and they said, "Oh no, man, this is not what it is." When I used to be brainwashed in the Lost Book of Inky, and they said, "Oh, Giants created," and they sent me the pictures. It's that they told us that the government system is lying to everybody. People have been waking up from a long time ago over there. They understood the truth. So, so, and you see, we have fake when you watch those TV series with Asian aliens, they're lying to you. Um, Gaia, whatever TV shows with aliens, that's all a lie. No life form can leave their home planet. So the Leo thinks, red sun doorway, the red sun millennium cycle. I already explained all that. The 15 patches, the red sun solar system, 19 constellation solar system. The 8 stars awaken for 6 years and months, 6 days. New Earth, new DNA. We've been through 62 apocalyptic cycle. Okay, we in the 62 apocalyptic cycle. The 8 stars awaken. We have a lot of volcano activity, a lot of forest wildfires. It's going to happen for 200 years. So that will create a lot of carbon. We're not the ones to blame, but since the 8 stars awaken, we have to maintain the balance. And my hypothesis is because I read the science book Pangea. It talks about, it says alien 800 million years when the dinosaurs, whatever they call it, because everything was big because it had high carbon. We back into that, but it didn't take. It wasn't 80 whatever what they're saying. That's all a lie. This happens every red sun cycle. When the red sun comes in, activates all that stuff, high carbon, everything is gonna get big. For example, I was talking to a friend of mine, C.N. Holland. We noticed the vegetables, the fruits are getting bigger. We notice, what else? Like I show a picture of the mushrooms getting bigger. I never seen that in my life. New insects, new bugs coming out. So Earth is being terraformed. It's creating new existence. Okay, there we go. And if we don't control the carbon, you know, for example, a 40-ton bomb was from the military in the ocean. What was that about? People are saying there were sirens down there or something, and I've seen the paintings of the sirens from the old times, and there's many stories. So I just not sure if it's this hypothesis or me using the fictional mind when it comes to that, because I don't know evidence, but it looks like it's all about the carbon. We have to balance it and not these. You're going to be seeing big creatures pretty soon. So, okay, we've been in a 60 top cycle, 22 more to go, and that'll be 9 of our species in the year. We got 22,000 years to go. The red sun becomes a blue sun. Okay, yeah, when the red sun comes in our 13 constellation for 40 days, the red sun becomes a blue sun. I repeated this before. From the Native American Indians, the Hopi Indians, they call it the red kachina, becomes a blue kachina. You see? Then she leaves through the gateway to the Leo and won't come back into another 1,000 years. The things, the red sun, apocalyptic cycle, we're in the 62, 2017 to the year 2217. So we're in year 4. We got a long way to go. So there we go. And here we go, all the knowledge right there for you guys. Now I explained the pyramid of Giza, the pyramid of Mexico. You can see it's all the same story, warning us, telling us. It's all there, people. It's the same story being repeated over and over and over again. And you must understand how nature works. If you don't and you think all these stories are different, they're not. I'm just saying to you guys, we've been brainwashed to believe in the fake system. It's just a warning. So, and that's it. It's real beautiful. All there to all to see. And that's the last page. Okay. No, I have more stuff to say. Okay. So when I was doing, because I wanted to learn, refresh my memory, because I read all this stuff a long time ago in 2011 when I was doing my pyramids of Giza and learning so much knowledge. You know what I mean? It's in my book, my free PDF book. For the people who want it, it's all there. I have to update some stuff, but it's all basically the same. You guys can update it as you go. So Osiris, okay, one of the Egyptian most important deities, was the god of the underworld. the god of the underworld. You know, the 2,000 years of darkness, all right? The underworld, okay? When you look in the wheel above, Capricorn Aquarius, okay? Death and resurrection in the cycle of the Nile flood, okay? Remember, this is the Nile River. Look, right here it is. This is the Nile River. This is Osiris. This is Isis, all right? Did I put the right one in there? Yep. Osiris, all right? This is thought. You see, this is Osiris and River Nile. Osiris is the 12 months of the seasons. Here's his head, and there we go. Okay. So the Nile flood, that Egypt realized agriculture fertility. Okay. See, because of this how we in the spring and summer is when we prepare for agricultures. See, this is the cross. This is their cross. You see how the Vaticans, they use the cross. Okay, this is the square. When you fold across, it becomes a square. All right, you must understand that. So, according to the myth, Osiris was the king of Egypt, who was murdered and dismembered his body by his brother Seth. His wife Isis reassembled his body and resurrected him, allowing them to conceive a son, the god Horus. He was represented as a mummified king, wrapping that left and green skin, his hands and face exposed. You see? So, you see, here's Isis and this Osiris. Osiris is everything. So they had a son. His son is named Horus is the yellow sun. Seth is the red sun. Remember, Thoth is the red sun too, but it's all the same story. But it made me mad because when I was researching their mythology, they said in this thing, Seth, the third son of Adam and Eve. I put here, laugh out loud, the mind control. You see, that's mind control. What they're putting in Wikipedia is all a lie. Okay, so here's Adam. Adam is the yellow sun, and Eve is just a cycle. You see, it's a lie. So they're lying to you. God, G7, the 7 constellation with suns. O, 15 passion sun, solar system. D, the 4 elements. It's just the Egyptians, it's an older story than this. This is a modern story. But this is how the people who govern your world lie to you with these stories the magicians write. Okay? They're just lying to you. You have to understand this, and you're going to see the truth. If you don't understand this, you will never see the truth. Now, a lot of religious people tells me, oh, the Zodiac is a lie. You freaking idiots. The Zodiac is just a movie and more. When I research the Zodiac and everything, that's based, they're trying to say it's based on God, but that's all bullshit. I call this the star constellation map. That's the correct term. You must understand this. This is the reason we survive. We understand the seasons. If you don't understand this, you will never know how to plant a seed, get ready for the winter season. You will never know. You will never know when for example, we're in September. That's when the storms happens and everything. It's a seasonal thing, you freaking religious dumb idiots out there who don't understand, don't want to learn, want to keep you want to keep the dream alive. You don't want to learn, you don't want to do anything. You want to believe in fictional stories. You live in your fictional mind. We are the universal consciousness experience itself, and religious people around the world, we in this predicament because of their fault. They believe in fictional characters. So there we go. So he was the Lord. Okay, so Seth, he was the Lord of the you see, Seth, he was the Lord of the red desert. You see? Seth, the red desert, the red sun constellation. You see, where he was to balance Horus. You see, Seth comes in and he balances Horus. He makes all these suns over here in this constellation. You see, if there's no red sun, the red sun is like a bee. She pollinates these suns. If she don't, these suns will become supernova that will explode. All right. So like it's telling you here, Seth was the Lord of the red desert. Okay, so that's Seth, the red desert, who was also Eve. It has many stories, many whatever. And he was to balance Horus. He was to balance Horus. There you go. So, okay, there you go. So, in the Osiris myth, the most important Egyptian myth, okay, Seth is portrayed as the upper who killed and mutilated his own brother Osiris. Osiris' wife Isis reassembled his corpse and resurrected the dead husband with the help of the goddess Nephthys. The resurrection lasted long enough to conceive his son and her Horus. Horus sought revenge upon Seth, and many of the ancient Egyptian myths describe it. You see, it's all son stories. It's the same thing as Cain killed Abel. You see, Cain killed Abel. It's the same story. So, as you know, the red sun is Seth. He controls the red desert and Osiris. But now in this story, Isis is the 19th constellation. She holds the red sun and the planets. She's the constellation. Seth is the red sun. You have to understand who's who. Horus is the yellow sun. His father is Osiris. Is everything. It's everything bound together. That's his body. Isis went looking for him. She makes 15 passages. You see, Isis makes 15 passages, awaken the 8 sons. She resurrected everything. Everything is new again. We have a new DNA. I hope you people understand this. It's not what the people are telling you, all those fictional stories. You people have a fictional mind. You have to separate. You have to organize your mind. So, okay. Seth is usually described as a enigmatic creature, referring by Egyptologists as Seth animal, a beast resembling no one knows the creature. Guess that was before our time. Now, the god Anubis, remember the one painting, the one drawing? That's Anubis. That's the creature. That's the one for the 2,000 years of darkness from the let's see if we see that one again. Get a bigger one. Here it is. That's the doorway. That's the Sphinx used to be the Anubis, dog animal. There were 2 of them. Now it's one, and they changed it to the lion to remind them of the red sun cycle, to remind those people, the descendants, to look up to the skies. And there we go. And I guess that was the end of that one. Me explaining that. I hope you people understand all that stuff. So, and there we go. That's the last page. Oh, okay. Here's another page that I did. Okay, you know what everybody's doing in the planet Earth right now. The things that everybody's getting. You know what everybody's getting, right? So 50% of the population gone in 2 to 3 years. A lot of people are already affecting it. You will see a lot of TikTok people who took it, telling you their effects they're feeling. For example, my friend at work took it. I told him that it's blood clot, and he should get checked and reported to his doctors. These people who getting, you know what, they're not reporting their systems. What's going on? They're not reporting it. That's how dumb they are, because they don't know anything. So by 2025, the sea rivers will be rising, no food or power. Remember that, because of the sun activity and everything. By 2025, I'm guessing, my hypothesis is the seawater and the rivers will rise. There'll be no vegetation. We'll be having a lot of earthquakes daily, a lot of crazy stuff, okay? But there will be no food for 5 to 7 years as well. They call it grand minimum solo minimum, all right? But anyway, the seawater and rivers will rise, and that will take another 35% of the population, a total of 85% of the population. Only the strong will survive. Then there will be a new world government, all right? They're gonna control all the bank, all your money. Okay, they're already doing it in Canada. It's in some credit cards. It's an experiment right now, but it's limiting your expenses every month because of the high carbon. It all points to carbon, like I've been telling you people. You know, I always thought that the Titans would return in the age in the galaxy collision. There was more energy, but no, this happens every red sun cycle. So it'll be just a couple people left on Earth. We have to rebuild. Now, if this is true about the carbon and everything, after all these people are gone, we have to practice birth control to maintain the population under 500 million. That's true because of those creatures. I'm telling you, I know it sounds crazy, but that's the warning that our ancestors is giving you as well. Everything can be big, and it's all there in the books to you to read in Pangea. I hope I'm saying that right. So if you people read it, you people know what I'm talking about. Because of the high carbon, everything can get big again. You gotta save the future generation. This is not about saving the earth because we can all die and the earth will reproduce itself again. Okay? It's about saving future generations so they can enjoy life on earth. And that's it. So right now it looks like they're elite. Just wants, it looks for me, my observation, that elites wants to thin the herd, get rid of the poor people and the middle class people. They just want the rich to be around. That's my observation. And there you go. And this one, the 16th chapter, I already explained this in the video. The 15 passages of the Red Sun solar system. You see? Osiris went looking, Isis. You see? 15 passages. She went looking for Osiris. It's the same thing. There's 40 paintings in there, the 40 days. Again, you know, the 8 suns. It's all there to all to see. It's that people can't see it because of their mind control. And that's the last one of that one. So let's put it back over here. Not that one. Did I explain this one, all of it together? Yeah, we're explaining it. So now you know that Isis, when you read the story, Isis equals to the 14 constellation, or sometimes 19. Osiris' body is all 13 constellation and the 14 bound together every millennium cycle. Isis did her 15 passages and she put Osiris back. They have their son, the son that's been reborn. They call it Horus. Every generation has a new name, a new story. And there we go. Osiris' body scattered to 13 to 14 pieces, 4 wide in the River Nile. The River Nile. Again, Moises is the Red Sun solar system. There's the River Nile. He talked to the burning bush. He was in the desert for 40 days. You see, everything is the same story being repeated. So, and that's it. So let's put it over here. So I already explained all this stuff. So anybody any questions, let me know. And that's it. That's how simple it is. So I hope you guys understood everything I hear. I hope you heard me. So let me go out down here. I'm not sure how many. Okay, graffiti was the first one. God created us in 7, 15, Red Sun, the truth. But religious people can't see it. Yeah, they can't see it. They can't see that this stuff repeats itself. So, okay, Hector Diaz. So when the Titans exist, there was high carbon age. Yes, you got it, Hector Diaz. I forgot the correct name from the science book. They say it happened 80 million years. That's all a lie from the science books. They call it Pangea, something like that. I showed a video of a girl who was explaining it, but if you go to her page, she just under the mind control, but they give you some truth in those books. They give you an illusion. You have to separate the illusion and take out the facts. Everything is there to all to see. It's that the magicians, you know, even graffiti can explain it to you. It's all hidden in illusions. You have to see it. And the only way you're gonna see it is by understanding the star constellation map. Then you're gonna start to see all this, and then you will start connecting the puzzle and everything. So, but yeah, they're saying by the high carbon, Earth will create new creatures, bigger creatures. Okay, everything will get big again. That's why we have to maintain the balance so it won't happen. So, Hector Diaz, the second you said the word zodiac in church, they say they think astrology like Gemini dating the Libra, and they don't want to hear what you're saying about the concept. Yeah, they don't want to hear it, and they've been brainwashed. Like I was brainwashed. I never knew any of this stuff until I learned. I taught it to myself. And that's why I tell people, don't never listen to anybody. Once you understand this is facts. This is facts. Your star constellation map. This is facts. You know, I'm not making shit up. Once you understand how this works, then you're gonna see through all these stories. You're gonna see what the ancient people are telling you. You're gonna see the 10,000 years of sunlight. For example, the 10 commandments, the Jojagaiston 10 rules. There's many tens throughout our cursors. It's even in the Statue of Liberty, the 10. Again, the 2,000 years of darkness. It's all there to all to see. The same numerology, the same depictions. It's that people don't want to see it. They love the word of illusion, the word of fantasies. They don't like hearing the truth. So yeah. Here we go. So yeah, any other questions anybody want to ask about this? Great stuff, man. The truth to all to see. I'm telling you. The thing is that if people only, oh man, I'm telling you, humans, they don't want to learn anything. They don't want nothing. This is the thing. Once humans understand this, that we will eat each other in a 2,000 years of darkness. And again, if solar minimum is real, 5 to 7 years, no vegetation, people will I'm telling you, this is why the government is doing what they're doing. You know, they have to thin the herd before this shit happens. I would have done it a long time ago. It's that they want to keep their mind control. They want to keep us slaves. They want to keep the practice, and that's wrong. We all could have been in birth control. We all could have maintained a balance. The balance will never happen if people are not taught the truth. People will not maintain the balance. They will start reproducing. They will do the same thing over again. You know? So that's, you know, people don't want to learn the truth, man. The truth is everywhere. They just don't want to dig for it. So, like I said, here in the United States, there's a lot of giants, artifacts, everything. So, especially in the Grand Canyon. So beautiful, man. All there to see. It's all the same story. So, yeah. So the Zodiac, when I saw that, I said, what the fuck is a Zodiac? So I looked it up. The first thing I saw was a movie that they made of a serial killer. But that serial killer did not even know anything. He was on the mind control. I saw the movie, I said, what the fuck? They had that guy who did Iron Man in it, but still it wasn't good. They had no knowledge and no nothing in it. So even in the Da Vinci Code, I saw some symbolism with knowledge, but even with that, it's just lies to make people more dumb. You must understand everything they're giving us is a lie to control your mind. Once you understand the star constellation map, you will see through everything. So they got all the knowledge from them, from the Aztecs. So I'm not sure what else to say. So it's a lot of great stuff here. You only have to use the star constellation map. There we go. Yep. That's it. Let me see. Okay, it's the second you say so, yeah. So what's the most accurate history that religion are copying the copying of the Aztec, the Maya, which is the most, yeah, that's the most accurate one. Yep, the Aztec. They're the oldest ones so far. But remember, the Aztec, they got it from somebody else. They keep passing the knowledge down. So the oldest one so far, I'll show you right now. It's them. That's the oldest one so far. This was Generation 3. It was created for these people right here. Generation 3. But remember, Generation 2 were like reptilians. These were titans. So you see how they, same thing as Mary holding the baby, they all holding the baby. Like that. It's a copycat. So they keep passing the knowledge down through generations. So only the word elite has the power. And I guess at one point, everybody knew, because the Native American Indians knew about the cycles. All the Asian people knew, but they brainwashed the new generations. They brainwashed everybody. So, and then everything was passed down verbally. Everything was passed down verbally through the Native American Indians. They never documented anything. They never wrote anything. So, but they know a little bit. So yeah. I always thought Egyptian pyramids would be the most accurate because of the lost language. Yeah. Remember, Hector Diaz, there have been many 7 generations. We were never the first species on Earth. There have been many 7 generations that have been come and go. Okay, there have been many. We were never the first. This all happened before. There have been many. There have been technologies in Earth that you would not even believe, and those civilizations got wiped out. They all died. People don't understand that. There's no God Savior is going to come out from the heavens and save people. That's all a lie. That's all a lie. We have to prepare for these cycles, and that is it. People don't understand that. You know? So yeah, there've been many 7 generations that has come and go. Like in my book I wrote, we just a blink of the eye for the universe. We just a blink of the eye because there've been so many 7 generations. And who knows how many times Earth has been moved from this location and moved somewhere else? Who knows? There's many things the way I think. So, yep. So yeah, that's it. Hector Diaz. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I'm not sure what I'm gonna talk about next week. I guess I'll start explaining the Book of Enoch. We'll start making some of those images. I guess so. I guess I'll be talking about that. The Book of Enoch. I have it in here. Yeah, we're going to talk about this one.
Loins gave way and dissolved before my reins, and
we're going to talk about that. The Lost Book of Enoch. It's all the same story being repeated over and over and over again. It's that people have been brainwashed. They think these stories are really angels, really. It's just talking about a solar system cycle and our history. You know? So, I know it looks a little fussy. I thought it would look better. I guess I downloaded the wrong one. But yeah, I think I'm going to extend this in my next video. So alright everybody, nice talking to you, and learn, share the knowledge. The truth hurts for the weak-minded people. You need to start speaking the truth. You can't be keeping silent. Hard times are coming. Get ready. Understand how nature works, man. Because if you don't understand how nature works, you ain't gonna survive what's coming. So, and I don't agree with what's going on, but it's necessary. I don't like it, and I know a lot of people ain't gonna like hearing it, but what they're doing is necessary. But it's wrong. It is wrong the way they're doing it, and people should have been on the mind control. I mean, people should have been on the birth control a long time ago to bring down the population. It should have been all explained, but no. Everybody looks like they want people under mind control for another 1,000 years. So, and that's wrong. They're reading. That's why I'm getting into arguments every day and and it's tough to break through. It's tough to break through to them. Yeah, I'm not even. Like I said, I was in Facebook graffiti. I stopped arguing with these people. I stopped arguing because they report my page and everything, and they already told me one more, I'll be banned for 2 years. So I don't comment on Facebook or nothing. So I started commenting on TikTok. So my page was banned. So I opened another one. So I even stopped commenting in there. I think we just say things smart. Say I just put these comments. All Bibles are Aztec Sun stories. See my page for knowledge. That's all I say, and that's it. That's all I say. I don't argue with them. I don't do none of that stuff no more. When I see people with ancient aliens, well, I say the only thing I say is these are all sun stories. See my page for knowledge. If somebody comments, I go see my page for knowledge. That's all I say. I don't argue with them anymore. You learn it graffiti because you knew something was wrong. I guess when your light is ready, like yours and mine, theirs should be the same way. It's that they remember the mind control is strong, so it's real strong. Okay, it's also contaminating many things with you know what. Yep, that's why they're doing this out of hand. Yeah, that these people are gonna get. I know it sounds wrong on me saying this, but these people are gonna get what they deserve, right? They're getting what they deserve. So graffiti. I'm trying to stop them from taking. Yeah, I know what you mean. Me too. But remember, I was trying the same thing. I was trying. Um, we can't save everybody. Graffiti. It's necessary. This is necessary to happen because of that carbon. All right, we know why. But I hate when they attack the childrens. I'm not like that. It's wrong. 5 to 7, it's wrong. You don't do that. You don't have children suffering. Okay, that's you know. We seen the medical. We seen the doctors' notebooks. We seen everything. What's happening. We seen what's going on with the blood. It's wrong. Yes, I know what you mean, man. And they're gonna be suffering. It takes. The doctor's saying it will take 2 to 3 years. So now you understand what all those FEMA coffins are for, all those FEMA's incinerators. I always thought it was birth control, but I was wrong. They're going the other way. And Bill Gates has been telling you guys for a long time it was going to do this, that they would have this plan. It's always been planned to do it this way. I just couldn't see it. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't ever, my mind wasn't accepting it because I always thought of them as good people. But they do it, to me, they're doing it the wrong way. They should have never done it this way. It's that they want to keep their monopoly. They want to keep their illusions going to control the masses. So, but I know what you mean. Remember, this is the way I look at it, graffiti. You know that the Red Sun came in and made all these changes. They know how hard it's gonna be to survive. It's gonna be hard. So I think in their eyes, they're giving people the easy way out. Only the strong will survive. Remember, I don't remember where I read it from, but it says only the strong will survive in these things because it's gonna be hard for those people who survive. This and the floodings and the earthquakes and everything. It's gonna be hard for us, bro. If you didn't prepare with food and all that stuff, it's gonna be freaking hard. So in their eyes, they're doing. Remember, they understand the high carbon. They understand that these creatures. Now that's my hypothesis. I'm not sure if this is my imagination, but it looks like that. It's pointing to that because they understand that carbon. And when you read these stories, it tells you balance. And when you read the ones from the dinosaurs and everything, high carbon. We at that point. You've seen the charts. And it's not only the hard carbon, it's because the 8 suns and if solar minimum is real, 5 to 7 years, no vegetation, hard times. It's gonna be hard. So, like it says, remember in the ancient people, there were no food or nothing, it was hard, they ate each other. So it's gonna be hard. People are gonna be fighting one another, attacking one another. And in these hard times, it's better to reduce the herd, and it's easier. So it's just gonna be. You think this graffiti? You seen everything going on right now, right? This is nothing for what's coming. When the earth changes, all that stuff that's gonna happen, all these earthquakes, all these superstorms, all these electromagnetic things. When all this shit goes down, it's just gonna be more worse, more harder. So, you know, so it's gonna be harder, bro. Remember, here in the United States, supposed to be, it's the continent's supposed to break apart, just like Africa. Africa's already breaking apart. And Mexico, it's just gonna get harder, bro. So this is when I look at this, and my wife says, "Well, I can't wait for this to end." I tell my wife, "This is nothing for what's gonna happen." I said, "This is nothing." That's why sometimes I get mad because I would have done it differently, but people ain't gonna listen. Like me and you trying to wake people up, they ain't gonna listen, no matter what we do. We don't have no power or nothing, but I think the government, if they would explain everything since the 1930s, since when Kennedy wanted to do it, everything would have been different. But they kept people blind. They kept people ignorant for many years. And the knowledge is there to all to see. We can see it, but these people can't see it, man. They can't see it because they don't want to learn. They don't want to make an effort. So, I don't know. You know, we have to balance ourselves, graffiti. We too good. We have to balance ourselves. We have to learn how to be balanced. You know, me and you, we two good people. We have to understand. You know, you understand? We, you know, that's just the way it is, man. So yeah, you get it, graffiti. Me and you will be talking. You will see. You will understand. That's just things are gonna get way harder. So, oh man. Remember, here in the United States, New York went underwater and then went away the water. Okay, but there's gonna be a time when it ain't gonna go away, man. There ain't gonna be no room for all these people here. There ain't gonna be no room. Everything is gonna be sink. Then those superstorms and those earthquakes, this is gonna be a nightmare, bro. The infrastructure is gonna be destroyed by nature. It's gonna be, you know, Earth is going through a purification. So yeah, graffiti, yeah, I get it, but I was specify people close, but they too, yeah, they're too dumb. Yeah, people are too dumb. Yep. Yeah, man, they're too dumb. They don't wanna, and you know, we all geniuses. We all are. We all geniuses. It's that they don't want to make an effort to understand it. That's the thing. It's like Albert Einstein says, "This Einstein. Look, this Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein is not a genius. Okay, he made everything into a science book. E equals mc squared. I think mc squared. Millennium cycle. This is the square. Two suns. You see, and you see all these people saying, "Oh, Albert Einstein is a genius. E equals squared means this." They're saying this is what it means. And no, when I looked at it, I said, "Oh, MC square, millennium cycle, two suns in the square right here. He's talking about this. The fish. This is the fish that climbs the tree. This is the tree." When he says, "Those who judge a fish," what was Albert Einstein? It's in my book. Remember He's talking about the fish. It's the red sun solar system climbing the tree. The tree is here. So eso astrológico. So yeah. So anyways, just have a strong mind out there, people. Just work with your mind. So never get consent. All right. So if you have a family member who took you know what, and don't look good for them, you need to tell it. You need to start saying your goodbyes. You know. So that's all I have to say. So until next time, bye bye, and see you next Saturday. Bye bye. So let's explain this image over since I have more time, and I want to explain this in detail so those people who love knowledge can understand the truth of the human species, what we go through. You must understand that we have two wheels. The wheel above is at 12,000 years. The wheel below is at 12 months. And 12,000 years is 144,000 months. The stars are the chosen ones. When you read the Bible and they say that the Jews, that's all a lie. There's just people with mental illness that are worshiping idols. When you read the Bible and you believe in that fictional God in there, or the angels or the demons, you have mental illness, mental psychosis, because you never study nature. You never took the time to understand it. You must understand how nature works before you read any religious text. All Bibles can be explained in one page. All right. So right here we have the Pyramid of Mexico. This is about the wheel above and the wheel below. So the first pyramid you will see here is the moon pyramid, they call it. But it's not the moon that you see every night with your eyes. It's the Earth Ice Age, the 2,000 years of darkness. You must understand, okay, we have a fake history. History is written with those who has powers. Okay, so we have a fake war government, fake world religions, fake education system. We all eat each other in that 2,000 years of darkness. And every 400 to 500 years in solar shutdown. Especially we have it twice as hard now because we have a solar shutdown and the 8 suns awaken. Earth has a low magnetic field. More gamma radiation from the other suns will come in and can destroy everything. That's the reason for our technology. From the old 7th generation technology, they left the knowledge behind so we can prepare for these cycles. So you will see solar engineering, you will see CERN, you will see underground water tunnels, a lot of technology to help us survive this 62 apocalyptic red sun cycle and this solar shutdown. So you must understand Earth only can hold 500 million, proprio balance with nature. You must understand to keep your you know what in your pants. Understand how birth control works. You don't want to bring a child in these hard times, okay, that are coming. The second pyramid is the 10,000 years of sunlight. 10,000 years of sunlight, the one in the middle where I put the yellow sun, the 2,000 years of darkness. The Milky Way galaxy represents the 12,000 years. The yellow sun orbits the Milky Way galaxy in 12,000 years. 10,000 years of sunlight, 2,000 years of darkness. They call it the Avenue of the Dead. You see? That's the beginning, the void, the vapors, tap to lose, the dust, where we came from if you read the Bible. It has many stories from any cultures that you will read. So let's explain the Pyramid of Giza. Same thing as the Pyramid of Mexico, same thing as the 16 chapel of the ceiling, same thing as the India chariot wheel with the horses, all right? So you must understand the cross represents our 13 constellation yellow sun solar system. You see it right there? I put the above wheel. The above wheel is the Milky Way galaxy at 12,000 years and the below wheel at 12 months. You must understand we have 18 constellations bound together. Every millennium cycle, a red sun comes in, but we explain more of it throughout this video. So you will see the 3 pyramids, all right? So you will see the small pyramid represents the Ice Age. I learned this from the Pyramid of Mexico. They call it the Moon Pyramid. It's not the moon that you see, it's the Earth Ice Age. They call it the underworld, all right? You must understand Anubis, to me, you know what they call the Sphinx, the one that looks like a lion. That's the doorway of the red sun solar system. But you must understand Anubis and the wheel above represents the 2,000 years of darkness. So I'm assuming in the end of the 2,000 years of darkness, the Ice Age, because that's from generation 4 giants, the Egyptians who built the pyramids, they passed away. When the new generation came, they destroyed the Anubis and they made it into the Sphinx to remind them of the red sun solar system, red sun cycles. You must understand every 400 to 500 years, we also have a solar shutdown, no vegetation for 5 to 7 years. And every millennium cycle, on top of that, a red sun solar cycle where the Earth magnetic field is lower, more gamma radiation from the sun. That's the reason for solar engineering. So then you will see the second pyramid, that's the sun pyramid. You will see 7 shafts. This is the 7 points, the 7 constellation with suns. The 8 suns are awakened when the 62 apocalyptic cycle. Then you will see the Milky Way galaxy. Our yellow sun orbits the Milky Way galaxy in 12,000 years. 10,000 years of sunlight, 2,000 years of darkness. That's when the Anubis comes in, all right? So it's all beautiful. At one point, the pyramid had 144,000 casting stones. And 12,000 years, that's 144,000, you see, months. So the stars are the chosen ones. Again, 7 generation comes and goes. Our galaxy collision is every 84,000 years. Our species got 22,000 years left, and that'll be the end of our species. Our technology will be buried underground for the new generation to discover it and help them with these red sun cycle and ice age cycles. Study humanity, learn how to use the brain. So let's explain this image up here. You will see Anubis and the Phoenix. At one point, I really do think it used to be the Anubis ones. The Anubis represents the underworld, all right? What's the underworld? The underworld is a 2,000 years of darkness where Earth turns into the ice age. There's no sunlight. People will harvest each other, they will eat each other, and will become a different species. For example, generation 1 and 2 were titans. 3 and 4 giants were in the 5th. Who's walking with us right now? The smaller people, the midgets. In the ice age cycle, we become a different species. We will look different, plus smaller. Then you must understand, when they came out of the underground cities, I guess the government wanted to hide the ice age cycle, the Egyptians, wherever they were. So they made it into the Phoenix. So the Phoenix represents the Leo constellation. Every millennium cycle, a red sun comes in. For 6 years of months days, awaken the 8 suns. Earth is going through its purification for 200 years. A lot of destructions. We're living in it right now. So let's explain the Sistine Chapel by Michelangelo. So right over here, you will see the paintings. Once you see those paintings, you remove them all, and this is what will you get. The decoded version, all right? So if you're a religious person and you believe in these fictional characters, you have mental illness, mental psychosis. You need mental health. You need mental help, okay? So when you look over here, you will see the wheel above and the wheel below. The wheel above is at 12,000 years. The wheel below is 12 months. 12 times 12 equals 144,000. In 12,000 years, there's 144,000 months. So the stars are the chosen ones. So when you start counting on the wheel above, you will see 10,000 years of sunlight, 2,000 years of darkness. I hope you understand what the stories are. So God, okay, in the beginning there were darkness. You see, the beginning is the age of Capricorn and Aquarius, the 2,000 years of darkness, all right? Then in the third day there was light, okay, it's the beginning. 10,000 years of sunlight, 2,000 years of darkness. So now you understand Jesus' baptism, the 2,000 years of darkness, the death and resurrection of Jesus, okay? God resurrected Jesus in the third day. Capricorn and Aquarius, the 2,000 years of darkness, the resurrection is the return of the yellow sun, starts melting the ice away. You get it? So when you look in the middle, it looks like a spine, okay? You must understand the 33 vertebrae is the Earth new 33 powers, because the red sun, you see, right here you will see the red sun. It makes 15 passages. When you look at the Last Supper painting, I forgot to mention in my other videos, it's 15 feet. So that would be 15 passages of the red sun solar system. You see, I got it from here. So the red sun awakens the 8 suns. We're in the 62 apocalyptic cycle. Every millennium cycle, 2010, 3010, 4010. The red sun comes in the tree of life, awakens the 8 suns. You see the 8 suns, the 8 points? You see it's right there to all to see. Then you will see the 12 months again. Okay? 12 above, 12 below. So then it's real beautiful, real simple to follow once you understand how nature works. The constellation star map. A lot of religious people say that the constellations was created by the devil. Is that you have mental illness, mental psychosis. That's something that the slave masters will say to the slaves, to them not to study, so they can keep being as slaves. You must understand how nature works in order to be free, to have free will. So every 84,000 years is a galaxy collision. We turn a new 7 generations. 7 generation comes and goes. We were never the first species. All this technology that we have comes from now. So today I noticed that TikTok gave me 3 minutes. So I can make these videos longer and clearer without me rushing. So let's explain the Last Supper by Leonardo da Vinci. The Last Supper takes place in the age of Sagittarius, the last 1,000 years of sunlight. You must understand when you look at the painting, let's take notice of the 8 carpets. Those are the 8 suns. You must understand the wheel above is at 12,000 years. 10,000 years of sunlight, 2,000 years of darkness. And the 2,000 years of darkness is the Earth Ice Age, right? That's the end of the Earth, the beginning of the Earth, right? That's Tartarus, that's the void, the vapors, the dust. For example, from we came from, the dust, we always return to it. It's a cycle. You must understand, Jesus represents the yellow sun. The 12 disciples are the 12 months of the year, as above, so below. Okay. You must understand the wheel above is of 12,000 years and the wheel below of 12. 12 times 12 equals 144,000. How many months in 12,000 years? 144,000. So the stars are the chosen ones. So you will notice, again, the 8 suns above and the 8 suns below. Okay, in the table, you see it? Then again, when you count the feet, there's 15. Remember, the red sun comes in every millennium cycle in our tree of life for 6 years, 6 months, 6 days. Okay, she makes 15 passages. I learned this from the Sistine Chapel. You look in the ceiling, you remove all those paintings, you will see the truth. I made a video explaining it. I will do it over again. You must understand, when you see the 12 disciples, you will see autumn, winter, spring, and summer. A lot of people has put different month out of the years. This is the correct one. All right. You must understand, these are the brothers of darkness and these are the brothers of light. I read that out of books. I understand this. And the Leo constellation in the east is the doorway from the red sun solar system. All right. You have to look for the red sun solar system underneath the lion. Again, east and west. Okay. You must understand 1 and 2 is the beginning, the 2,000 years of darkness. Then the third day, the resurrection. You see, Jesus was resurrected in the third day. 1 and 2 is death, and the third day is the age of Pisces, return of the yellow sun, the Savior. It starts melting the ice away. Then remember the 3 doors of the Trinity. That's the red sun solar system cycle, the ice age, and the galaxy collision. 7 generation comes and goes. See my other videos for more. So while we're here, we got the ancient Aztec knowledge. Temple of Quetzalcoatl, Pyramid of the Plum Serpent. You must understand, when I was decoding this, and this is the back of the pyramid. The front of the pyramid has 14 steps. Remember, we have 13 constellations, all right? The 14 comes in every millennium cycle. It depends on the stories that you read. In some books, you will have 19. I will call, the number 7 up there. Some books, it refers it at the 14. Some books, the 19. The elite calls it the 19, all right? Like the letter W. Have you noticed the movies, Jim Carrey with the number 23? 12 plus 7 plus 4 equals 23. Again, Jeepers Creepers. He went to sleep for 23 years and he goes and get new body parts for 23 days. It's all astrological. You must understand, we have a fake education, fake war garments, fake religions. The truth is in the stars. When people ask me,
religious people like to say they're so fucking stupid. They say, "Oh, you're a pagan." I read the pagan. The pagans are lost too, like you guys. The Masons are lost like you. The scholars are lost like you. I'm telling you, we live in the kingdom of bullshit. 99% of the population are all stupid people. The truth is in nature. You must understand how nature works. Then you're gonna see the truth on all these illusions. It's everywhere. Okay? The numerology is everywhere. It repeats itself. Like I say, the Bible stories repeats itself. You can explain the Bible in one page. All those stories repeat itself. That's the magic of writing. So, anyways, another one a lot of people ask me, another question. They ask me about the dinosaurs and all. This is one thing. The ions back in generation 1, 2 with the Titans was different. Our oxygen levels are 21% right now, generation 5. We're in generation 5. Generation 1 and 2, oxygen levels were probably at 87%. That's why they were Titans. Then the oxygen level changes through time and people become smaller. Okay? It's because of the oxygen. And the dinosaurs, I don't think, a lot of the Aztec temples, they have depictions of dinosaurs, but not like the T-Rex like that. To me, those are dragons. They're just not telling you, but to me, they're dragons. Because you can see the dragons depicted in all the, like right here, you will see a water dragon, like the Chinese water. To me, all these temples have that depictions. So anyways, here's the back of the pyramid. It's all about our constellation cycles, the red sun solar system. When it comes in and awakens the 8 suns, we're in the 62 Apatrete cycle. So here's the truth to all to see. It's all the same story being repeated in all the cultures. Learn how to use. So the image you see here, you will see 7 generations. Every 84,000 years is a godly collision. We turn out new 7 generations. For example, all this technology we have is from our old 7 generations. Our government discovered the technology, they reverse engineer everything. So those UFOs out there that you're seeing, they're not aliens. That technology comes from our old 7 generations that died and left their knowledge buried underground. So again, every 84,000 years, there's a galaxy collision, new gamma radiation and water. We turn out the Titans. Our ancestors were Titans. 1 and 2, generation 1 and 2. 3 and 4, giants. We're in the generation 5. This happens in the Ice Age cycle. We have 10,000 years of sunlight, 2,000 years of darkness. In the 2,000 years of darkness, there's no sunlight. It's the Earth Ice Age. We eat each other to survive. Plus, we go to transmutation. We become a different species. Again, we're in generation 5. Who's walking with us? The small people, the midgets. So study, learn, see my other videos. So let's explain to humanity these ham symbols, some of them, because I can explain them more. I will make a video on my YouTube channel explaining everything in detail. But these are some point powers, all right? Has nothing to do with satanic, none of that stuff. But for you religious people, your Bible, any Bible that you read, all those stories repeat itself. You can explain the whole Bible in one page. It's some stories. So let's keep moving on. When you see these symbols, for example, this one means the yellow sun. The right one represents the red sun. The 666 one represents for 6 years, 6 months, 6 days. The red sun awakens the 8 suns. All right. So that, for example, Earth is the pyramid. That's the pyramid symbol. Earth is in 33 powers for 200 years. We're going on climate change. So we will have a lot of volcanic activity, a lot of forest wildfires, a lot of sinkholes, Earth going through her purification. In ancient times, 85% of the population perish, dies. All right, this is from the Freemasons, the symbol. You must understand all this knowledge comes from the Aztecs. So G, okay, when you look in the English alphabet, it's number 7 position. So it's talking about the 7 constellation were suns, right? For example, God, G7O15D4 is a constellation code. So if you're a religious person and you believe in those fairy tale stories from the Bible, God, or the angels or the devils, you have mental illness, mental psychosis. You never study. You're a slave of the system. So you must understand the same thing with the Masons. They don't know any better neither. They think they know, but they don't know. So G7, the 7 constellation with suns. Each of these suns, we have 7 constellation, Orion source 2 sun. So you will see a number power, okay? So Earth is the 33. For example, we in the 62 Apatrite cycle. The 8 suns are awakened. So Earth is the 33 powers for 200 years. A lot of volcanic activity, forest wildfires, earthquakes, tsunamis. Get ready, people. So right here we have the 8 suns, all right? This is the powers from the Earth, the reason for the seasons. how it changes. But every millennium cycle, a red sun comes in, and our tree of life awakens the 8 suns. Here's the red sun, and awakens the 8 suns. Look at my other videos from the number of powers, because I explain this all in detail. You must understand all the knowledge is everywhere to all to see. I do understand where we come from. 7th generation comes and goes. Every 84,000 years is a galaxy collision. New gamma radiation and water return of the new 7 generations. Our ancestors were titans. 1 and 2, giants, 3 and 4. We are number 5. Every 2,000 years, we have 10,000 years of sunlight, 2,000 years of darkness. And at 2,000 years of darkness, we live underground for 2,000 years. We eat each other to survive, and we go to transmutation. The women will give birth to a new species. All life forms does. So look at my other videos. Always remember, humanity, the first language of humans is nature. All the other languages, guys, you speak is your mind control, given to you by your fake word governments. All governments are one. They give you the illusion they are separate, but they are not separate. That's the art of war, all right? You must understand. They control you through fear. They give you a fake world religion and a fake education system. Our history is fake. Everything is planned out for humanity. They understand the cycles. They prepare for the cycles while we don't, and we die. You must understand the red sun cycle. This happens every 1,000 years. Every millennium cycle, a red sun comes in our tree of life for 6 years, 6 months, 6 days, awakens the 8 suns. Okay, that's nuclear summer, nuclear winter. A lot of earthquakes, a lot of forest wildfires, a lot of sinkholes, 200 years of earth purification. In ancient times, 85% of the population will perish. We live in it right now. Okay, 2017 to the year 2217. Now you must understand the Ice Age cycle. 10,000 years of sunlight, 2,000 years of darkness. In the 2,000 years of darkness, we eat each other. We are just animals. It's that we've been programmed to believe in a lie. All right? So that will be the Earth Ice Age for 2,000 years. There's no sunlight. We eat each other, and we go to transmutation. We become a different species. Our ancestors were titans. 1 and 2, 3 and 4 giants. We're in the 5th human transmutation. Who's walking with us right now? The midgets, the smaller people. In the Ice Age cycle, we're going to get smaller, and we're going to become a different species. All right? And the third one is the galaxy collision. All right? The Milky Way will collide with the Andromeda galaxy, let's say. There will be new gamma radiation and water, return a new 7 generations. Our species will be dead. You must understand this knowledge, because they prepare, they control you with lies, and that's the way it's going to keep happening. We can't let this happen. The technology we have is from our old 7 generations. We were never the first. They left their knowledge buried underground. Your world government discovered it. They reverse engineer everything. Now, no viruses. Our immune system has germs, bacteria, viruses. It's inside of us. So no vaccine is going to save you. That's all a lie. Okay? You must understand that they control you through fear. Fear is a virus. Their lies is a virus. All right? People, their lies, they're the virus. So study, learn. Use your brain. Okay, this message is for Star Angel. You must understand the reason for the vaccines, all right? I decoded the code for COVID-19 and coronavirus. Okay, look at that video, look at the number charts. You must understand that the government cannot tell the people the truth, because they would lose all power over them if people understood the truth. So sometimes a lie is better than the truth, all right? So in my eyes, and me knowing Mr. Bill Gates owns Planned Parenthood, that's birth control. And I read a lot of their papers, and I'm not a doctor. I don't remember those charts names because they're pretty hard to me to pronounce. And I've seen doctors saying there's birth control, all right? As you know, Earth is going through a purification for 200 years. Nuclear summer, nuclear winter. So, and they're saying that we're going through a solar shutdown. They call it mando minimum, solo mando minimum. They say there will be a period of 5 to 7 years, no vegetation. You must understand, seawater is rising. A lot of earthquakes. There will be a lot of tsunamis. There'll be a lot of sinkholes. You've been seeing them already. There will be, in ancient times, 85% of the population died on these renaissance cycles. All right. The 8 signs to awaken. Earth has a low magnetic field. Yes, there's a lot of things. All right. There will be a lot of lightning storms, and this is going to happen all. It's going to be a purification of 200 years. So the government, to me, they don't want children being born in these hard times. And I always try to think like they do, and I can see why they don't tell the truth. And I get mad, but I can see their way, and I think their way, I guess it's because I know the truth and I hate when people lie. I think the lying, people will accept them more than the truth. Because if people knew the truth, they will go crazy. They will destroy everything. They will, it won't be a civilization anymore. So I don't know their mind. They're set on mine. When I see what they're doing, they're making billions of dollars too. With the face mask, they're making billions, and and hopefully they use that money to rebuild civilization. But I don't know how they think. So to me, it's better just to people to know the truth. And this is what happens when people lie to each other. Everybody's lost. So use your brain and understand the real knowledge into that. So vamos a explicar el pirámide de México. Tienen que entender que esto es lo mismo que el pirámide de Egipto, lo mismo que el chariot de India, con los caballos. Y tienen que entender que esto es lo mismo que el Sixteen Chapel de Michelangelo. Tienen que mover esos dibujos y tienen que ver la verdad. Si no puedes ver la verdad porque tienes la mente religiosa, tienes la mente perdida. Toda la Biblia se repite. La Biblia se puede explicar en una página. ¿Ok? So vamos a explicar el pirámide de México. El primer pirámide que tú ves está en rojo. Yo puse la planeta Tierra cuando está en hielo. Eso quiere significar los 2000 años de oscuridad. La gente en el futuro va a vivir debajo de la Tierra por 2000 años. No va a haber luz, no va a haber vegetación porque la planeta está en hielo. La gente vive debajo de la Tierra porque hace más calor allá abajo. Y nosotros nos comemos unos a los otros para sobrevivir. ¿Entiendes? Tienes que entender también. Nos vamos a poner más pequeños y vamos a vernos diferentes. ¿Ok? Nos convertimos en otras diferentes especies. Todas las criaturas en la planeta Tierra pasan por esto. Tienes que entender, en el medio es el pirámide del Sol. Es los 10,000 años de luz. De 1000 años de luz, 2000 años de oscuridad. ¿Ok? El de acá es el Milky Way Galaxy. Lo llaman el sirviente con plumas. ¿Ok? The Feather Serpent. Y cuando tú ves el azul, lo llaman el Avenue of the Dead, la calle de la muerte. Eso es lo que creo que dice en español. Ya ves, cuando entra el sol amarillo en esa parte, cuando tú lees la Biblia, el dust, la tierra, donde vino Adán y Eva. Adán es el sol amarillo y Eva es el rojo. Ese es la tierra, el principio, el void, el bautismo de Jesús, ¿viste? La resucitación de Jesús, porque está muerto por Capricorn y Aquarius y resucita en Pisces. El sol regresa y derrite el hielo y hay luz otra vez por 10,000 años. El sol es el salvador porque dejamos de comernos unos a los otros por 10,000 años. Tienes que entender, cada 4 a 500 años el sol se apaga y no hay vegetación. Otra vez nosotros comemos unos a los otros. Especialmente cada milenio, cuando el sol rojo entra, se ponen las cosas más peores. Se entienden la verdad, estudien, usen su mente y digan la información a sus amigos. Vamos a explicar el pirámide de Egipto. Es lo mismo que el pirámide de México, Lo mismo que pirámide de India con los caballos, con el chariot. Y lo mismo que el templo de Michelangelo con los dibujos de Jesucristo. Tienes que mover todo eso y ponerte a cortar y tú vas a ver la verdad. Y también la información está en la Estatua de Libertad. Es la misma cosa bien repetido. Si tú ves la cruz, eso quiere decir, cuando tú estudias el pirámide de Giza, tiene 13 acres, la constelación 13. Tú ves la rueda de abajo, la rueda de arriba, el Milky Way Galaxy de 2000 años, 12,000 years, 12,000 años. Y acá la rueda de abajo, que tú ves tú ves el sol amarillo en el medio, en la cruz, ¿ves? En el medio de los 4 temporadas, ¿ves? Esa es la cruz, ¿ok? So ahí tú ves, por eso tú ves la cruz aquí en los pirámides, alright? Te está diciendo que 13 acres en el medio de los 12, ¿ok? Ahí que estamos nosotros el sistema solar de nosotros está localizado en el medio. Ahí está ese. El pirámide pequeño quiere significar, como es de México, el pirámide de la luna, el pirámide donde pasa los 2000 años de oscuridad. Tenemos 10,000 años de luz, 2000 años de oscuridad. Son 2000 años de oscuridad, como no hay vegetación, nosotros nos comemos unos a los otros. ¿Entendéis? Y nosotros nos convertimos en una especie diferente, más pequeño. Y ahora el pirámide de acá significa el Milky Way Galaxy, de 12 años. El sol amarillo le da la vuelta en 12,000 años, 10,000 años de luz, 2000 años de oscuridad. Y tú vas a ver, recuérdense que el pirámide tiene un sphinx, que significa la entrada del sol rojo debajo del león cada milenio. Nosotros estamos en el 62 a partir del ciclo de sol rojo. Los 8 soles están levantados. La planeta Tierra, en los tiempos de antes, 85% de la gente moría. Espera, ¿entiendes? Pero en los tiempos de oscuridad era Anubis, era la estatua de Anubis. Es los 2000 años de oscuridad, ¿ven? Por eso lo llaman el Underworld. ¿Entiendes? Es la ciudad debajo de la tierra. Por eso lo llamaban eso. Tienen que entender, tienen que leer las historias de los egipcios. Se repiten, las historias de los egipcios son lo mismo, es celestial, como la Biblia. Toda la Biblia es un cuento celestial. Tienen que entender la rueda de arriba y abajo. Vamos a explicar el de las nubes y el Sphinx, ¿ok? En un tiempo yo de verdad creo que era el de las nubes. ¿Por qué? Porque en los libros dice el city debajo de la tierra. Eso quiere significar en el 2000 años de oscuridad, la planeta Tierra se convierte en un hielo. La gente vive debajo de la tierra por 2000 años. La gente se come uno a la otra porque no hay luz del sol. Y nosotros nos convertimos en otra especie. Por ejemplo, especie 1 y 2 eran titanos, 3 y 4 eran gigantes. Nosotros estamos en el 5. ¿Y quién anda con nosotros ahora? La gente pequeña, los midgets. Y cuando entremos en la oscuridad, se van a poner más pequeños, se van a ver diferentes. En el otro, el león, el Phoenix, el león, el sol rojo. Entra cada milenio, se queda en el árbol de nosotros por 6 años, 6 meses, 6 días. Y la planeta Tierra está en destrucción por 200 años. Estudien. Vamos a explicar el Sixteen Chapel de Michelangelo. Lo que tú ves por acá, tú ves las pinturas de él, ¿ok? Tienes que mover todas esas pinturas y vas a ver las verdades por acá. Tú vas a ver la rueda de arriba de 2000 años. De 1000 años de luz, 2000 años de oscuridad. Tienes que entender la rueda de abajo de 12 meses. 12 times 12 equals 1400, ¿ok? Las estrellas son los escogidos, ¿ok? En 2000 años hay 1400 meses, ¿ok? Tienes que entender que cuando tú ves se ve como la espalda tuya, el spine, ¿ok? Tú lo ves, en el medio está el sol amarillo de nosotros, está localizado en la cruz, ¿ok? En el medio de las 4 temporadas, alright. Tienes que entender, tú vas a ver los 24 horas de la planeta Tierra, va a ver los 8 soles y por los 12 otra vez, de abajo y arriba. Tienes que entender, cuando tú leas la Biblia, en el principio, no había luz, no había nada, era oscuridad. 1 y 2, eso es el primer día, el primero y el segundo, Capricorn y Aquarius. Y en el tercer hubo la luz por 10,000 años. Otra vez, Adán y Eva en el jardín, era los 2,000 años de oscuridad. ¿Ok? Tienes que entender el Jesús en el bautismo, ahí era la misma cosa. Jesús, Dios resucitó a Jesús en el tercer día. Fue el primer día, Capricorn y Aquarius, Pisces, regresa el sol, derrite el hielo. En la oscuridad, la planeta Tierra se convierte en hielo por 2,000 años. La gente vive debajo de la Tierra porque hace más calor debajo de la Tierra. La gente se come unos a los otros porque no hay luz. ¿Ok? El Salvador es el sol porque vamos a tener vegetación otra vez por 10,000 años. Tienes que entender que estamos en la fertility cycle número 62. 7 generaciones vienen y se van. Nosotros nunca fuimos las primeras especies. Toda esa tecnología que nosotros tenemos es de una generación vieja que murieron, dejaron toda su tecnología bajo la tierra. Su gobierno descubre esta tecnología y lo usa para los tiempos de sol rojo y para el tiempo de oscuridad, el Ice Age. Eso tienen que entender eso también. Y en el Ice Age nosotros nos convertimos en una especie diferente. Nuestros antiguos eran titanos, 1 y 2, gigantes 3 y 4. Nosotros somos 5. La gente pequeña o enanos andan con nosotros. Y termina el siglo y pasa de nuevo. Ok, vamos a explicar la última cena. Porque TikTok me dieron 3 minutos. O puedo explicar las cosas más suaves para que ustedes entiendas. Lo primero que tienen que entender es la rueda de arriba. La rueda de arriba es de los 2,000 años. 10,000 años de luz, 2,000 años de oscuridad. La última cena se coge en el tiempo de Sagittarius. ¿Ok? Es el último 1,000 años de luz. Nosotros entramos en el año de Capricorn y Aquarius, que eran 2,000 años de no luz. La gente vive debajo de la tierra por 2,000 años. Como no hay luz, la gente se come uno a los otros. Y nosotros nos convertimos en una especie diferente. Los ancestros de nosotros eran titanos. 1 y 2, 3 y 4 gigantes. Somos el 5. ¿Quién anda con nosotros ahora? Los enanos. Nos estamos poniendo más pequeños en la temporada del Ice Age, en los 2,000 años de oscuridad. Todas las especies cogen por ese transmutation. Y ahora, la rueda de arriba es de 12 y la rueda de abajo de 12 meses. 12 times 12 equals 1,400. En 2,000 años hay 1,400 meses. ¿Ok? Ya saben que las estrellas son los escogidos. Van a ver debajo de la mesa 15 pies. El sol rojo entra cada milenio. Cambia sus 8 soles. Por ejemplo, estamos en el 62 Apocalyptic Cycle. Los 8 soles están levantados. El sol rojo entra en la constelación de nosotros, que está localizado en el medio, en la cruz. El sol rojo cambia a sol amarillo por 40 días. Nadie sabe el día o la hora, pero sabemos el mes y el año. Esto pasó en el June 2016 y pasa again en el 36-46, pero nadie sabe el día o la hora, pero sabemos el mes y el año. El sol rojo cambia a sol amarillo, el sol rojo se convierte en un sol azul. Ya saben esa información. Esto pasa cada milenio. Por ejemplo, va a pasar mucha destrucción en la planeta Tierra. En los tiempos de antes, cuando el sol rojo entraba, 85% de la población moría. Tienen que entender eso. Es la razón por las vacunas. El gobierno no quiere que nazcan niños en estos tiempos duros. Esa es la verdadera información. No es un virus. Es porque no quieren que la gente tenga hijos en estos tiempos malos. Estudian la verdad. Si tienen más preguntas, mándame un mensaje. Hasta luego. Vamos a explicar un poquito de pirámide de Plum Serpent. ¿ok? De Quetzalcóatl, tienes que entender algo. Que en la espalda de pirámide. El frente de pirámide tiene, si tú cuentas las escaleras, los steps, tiene 14. Tienes que entender que el constelación de nosotros número 13 está localizado en la cruz, en el medio de las 4 temporadas. ¿Ok? Earth, Fire, Air, and Water. ¿Ok? So tienes que entender que cada milenio entra el sol rojo. Algunas historias te dicen el número 14, algunas historias el 19. Como los israelitas siempre tienen el 19. Muchos de los cuentos de las historias de antes eran el 14. Es dependiendo. Por ejemplo, cuando tú ves el movie de Jim Carrey, que tiene el número 23, 12, 7 y 4. 12, 12 meses, los 7 constelaciones con soles y los 4 temporadas. Es el 23, ¿viste? El otro movie, Jeepers Creepers, el que se iba a dormir por 23 años y se levantaba por 23 días y se comía a la gente de estas partes, ¿viste? Todo esto es historias de constelaciones, ¿ves? La magia de escribir. Todas estas historias se repiten en todas las culturas, ¿ok? Es la misma cosa repetido. La magia de escribir es que tú puedes hacerlo ver diferente. Eso es la magia. So, si tú crees en un creador Dios, las élites te tienen bobeado. Las élites crearon todo esto para controlarlos a ustedes. Tenemos que terminar este gobierno malo, que ellos más que usan mentiras para engañarlos a ustedes. Ellos le dieron la Biblia a ustedes también, sin explicarles lo que es. Esas Biblias son cuentos de las estrellas, no es lo que ustedes creen. Y la Biblia se puede explicar en una página. ¿Ok? Tienes que entender que cómo usar su mente, porque tenemos una educación falsa, religiones falsas que tenemos que moverlo y un gobierno falso. Tenemos que tener un sistema donde todos nosotros entendemos estos y nos tenemos que preparar para los tiempos del sol rojo. Ahora estamos en 62 Apocalyptic Cycle, que va a haber muchos terremotos, muchos volcanes activos, muchos bosques en fuegos, muchos sinkholes, mucha destrucción por 200 años, ¿ok? Tienes que entender, la agua va a subir. Tienes que entender, en el año, por 2000 años la planeta Tierra va a estar en hielo. Ustedes entienden esto y dicen esto a todos sus amigos y familia para terminar la mentira de sus gobiernos. ¿Ok? So, aprenden cómo usar su mente y estudien. Tienen que entender que tenemos 3 destrucciones, ¿ok? Esto es del Sixtine Chapel de Michelangelo. Tienen que mover los dibujos y te dice la verdad. Es lo mismo que el calendario azteca. Las estrellas te dicen la verdadera historia. Todas las historias de la Biblia, de todos los sitios, es la misma cosa repetido. So, tenemos 3 destrucciones. La primera destrucción es el sol rojo. Entra cada milenio, 20, 10, 30, 10, 40, 10. Cambia los 8 soles, ¿ok? Los 7 chakras, una de esas constelaciones hay 2 soles. Nuevos 8 soles, nueva planeta Tierra, nueva ADN de nosotros. Y el 85% de la población muere porque el oxígeno cambia por los volcánicos y todas esas cosas. El segundo es el 2000 años de oscuridad. 10.000 años de luz, 2000 años de oscuridad. En 2000 años de oscuridad, nosotros comemos otra gente y la gente da a luz a una especie nueva. Y el tercero es galaxia, estrella como esta galaxia, nuevas 7 generaciones. 7 generaciones vienen y se van. Que 7 generaciones vienen y se van. Esto quiere decir esto. Que cada 84.000 años hay una galaxia que se estrella con la galaxia de nosotros. Nueva gamma radiation en el agua. Regreso de los titanos 1 y 2. 3 y 4 fueron gigantes. Nosotros estamos en el 5. Nosotros tenemos 10.000 años de luz, 2.000 años de oscuridad. En los 2.000 años de oscuridad, la planeta se convierte en hielo. ¿Ok? Y como no hay luz por 2.000 años, nosotros nos comemos unos a los otros y las mujeres dan a luz a una especie nueva. Todas las criaturas hacen eso. Ahora tienen que entender esto. Como 7 generaciones vienen y se van, toda la tecnología que nosotros tenemos es de una generación vieja que murieron y dejaron toda su tecnología debajo de la tierra. El gobierno descubrió esta tecnología y están usando toda esa tecnología para ayudar a nosotros para los tiempos de hielo. So, todos esos UFO que ustedes ven no son de aliens extraterrestres, es de los viejos templos. Ok, los Freemasons, el símbolo de ellos, pero tienen que saber que Esto viene de los aztecas, ¿ok? Todas las Biblias de la planeta Tierra, cualquier Biblia que tú lees, viene de los aztecas, pero los aztecas lo cogieron de otra civilización más vieja. Todos estos son cuentos de las solares, lo que pasa y lo que pasa en la planeta Tierra. Nosotros cogemos tres destrucciones. Primera destrucción, el sol rojo. El segundo, cuando la planeta se convierte en hielo. Y el tercero, la galaxia se estrella contra galaxia. La energía nueva en la agua. 7 generaciones vienen y se van. Eso es lo que siempre pasa. So, no va a haber un salvador Dios que va a salvar a ustedes. Es un embuste. Esto es lo que te están diciendo. So, el G es número 7 en el English alfabeto. Son los 7 constelaciones del sol. Pero Orion tiene 2 soles, son los 8 soles. Se levanta cada milenio. La planeta Tierra está en el 33 poder por 200 años. Y tienes que estudiar más para aprender todo esto. Que vamos a explicar para la gente que tiene la mente ignorante, la mente que es fácil de engañar, la verdad. Cuando ustedes vean estos símbolos, esto no es nada satánico, nada de esas cosas. Si tú eres una mente religiosa, tú tienes la mente débil. Que esto únicamente funciona en la mente que es débil, la gente que cree en cosas que nunca han estudiado. So, vamos a explicar algunos de estos símbolos. Si ustedes ven este, significa el sol amarillo, el de al lado de acá es el sol rojo. Cuando ustedes ven este, el 666 quiere significar por 6 años, 6 meses, 6 días, el sol rojo cambia a los 8 soles. So, la planeta, que es el pirámide, el símbolo de la pirámide, es en el 33 poder por 200 años. So, vamos a tener muchos terremotos, muchas tormentas, mucho volcánico activo, un montón de cosas, ¿ok? So, entienden, si ustedes creen en estas cositas, tienen la mente débil, estudien. Ok, aquí tenemos el poder de la planeta Tierra, los 8 solares. Esa es la razón por las temporadas, pero tienen que saber el siglo este. Esto pasa cada milenio, viene un sol rojo y levanta los 8 solares. Nosotros estamos ahora en el 62 apocalíptico cycle. Pasa cada milenio, ¿ok? Los 8 soles están levantados. Vamos a tener mucha volcánica activación, muchos terremotos, mucha destrucción, ¿ok? So tienen que entender que el oxígeno tiene que estar a 21%, pero es menos. So mucha gente se van a estar enfermando por eso. Tienen que entender que no tenemos 10.000 años de luz. Esto viene de los aztecas, esta sabiduría. Y 2.000 años de oscuridad. En los 2.000 años de oscuridad vivimos debajo de la tierra. El planeta se convierte en hielo. No hay luz. So, no hay vegetación. Nosotros nos comemos unos a los otros y las mujeres, todas las especies dan a luz a una especie nueva. Y esto. Ok, para la gente español que quiera saber la verdad, G7, eso quiere significar los 7 constelaciones con soles, ¿ok? Cuando tú ves estos hilitas, ellos entienden los 3 siglos que pasan, ¿ok? El primer siglo es sol rojo, entra cada milenio, ¿ok? So, el sol rojo cambia los 8 soles. La planeta Tierra está caliente por 200 años. So, diferentes temporadas. Nuclear verano y nuclear invierno. ¿Ok? Tienen que entender que por 200 años la planeta va a tener muchos terremotos, mucho volcanic activity, muchos sinkholes. La planeta Tierra va por su purificación. 85% de la población en tiempos antiguos, cuando esto pasaba, 85% morían. Tienen que entender que ellos se preparan y ustedes no. Empieza el primer siglo, el sol rojo. El segundo es cuando la planeta se convierte en hielo. Esto pasa siempre en la rueda de arriba, en el Capricorn y Aquarius. 2000 años sin luz. La planeta se convierte en hielo. La gente vive debajo de la tierra por 2000 años. Se comen uno a los otros y nosotros nos convertimos en una especie diferente. En tiempos antiguos, los primeros ancestors de nosotros eran titanos. 1 y 2. 3 y 4 eran gigantes. Nosotros somos número 5. ¿Ok? ¿Quién anda con nosotros ahora? Pues la gente pequeña, la gente midgets anda con nosotros. Que esa es la prueba. El número 3 es la galaxia que nos estrella en Milky Way. Se estrella con la galaxia Andrómeda. Hay nueva gamma radiation en la agua. Regresión de los 7 nuevas generaciones. Toda esta tecnología que nosotros tenemos es de una antigua generación que dejó toda su información debajo de la tierra. Su gobierno descubrió esto y usa esa tecnología para engañarnos en otra manera, pero para ayudarnos al mismo tiempo, para los tiempos del sol rojo, para el tiempo del hielo. Se entiende que las Biblias son cuentos del sol, todas las Biblias. Si ustedes creen en esos dioses, tienen la mente engañada. ¿Ok? Tienes que aprender cómo usar tu mente. Si no, ellos siempre van a estar controlados. Nosotros tenemos que entender esto. The art of war. ¿Ok? El arte de la guerra. Ellos usan miedo para engañarlos a ustedes. Recuérdense en esto. Use su mente.
You know what she said to me? She said, you're a player, aren't you? And I bet you got hoes.